The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate your growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 322, the Nasdaq's down 89, S&Ps are down 33. You just broke and took apart pretty easy, folks, those lows from that range last night. We have the gold contract up 410, 1344. Oil's down $1.25, 64.29. The notes are flat, 121.25. That went to a lower low today, rejected it. Bottom line, we'll see if we can go topside. 30-year bond down 16 ticks, 147.20. King dollar down 261 ticks, 88.870. The euro's at 124. The yen is trading out at 108.5. Tom O'Brien, we got red paint again.
I know what's going on. 200 plus points down. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I've never been here before.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And what we have to do to get us through these markets, we got to go over on there, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And folks, every trading day, right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, you have swim lessons. If you want to understand defined risk, you want to understand the futures market, if you want to understand the strategies that you can put on whether markets are going up, whether markets are going down, whether you're in a volatile market right now, no matter where you are right now, in your car, if you're on the West Coast or in the East Coast, remember you can just go to TFNN.com on your cell phone, hit Tiger TV. Kevin Hinks, it's red. What's going on?
I'll tell you what, it's not anything that should really get your heart rate up just yet, but a healthy market should trade on both sides, and it should sell off. We've got the VIX. Tom, what do I talk about all the time on swim lessons? The average of the VIX, the all-time average, 15.39. It's right there right now, 15.42. So it's taken all this sell-off here just to get us back to the average of where the VIX trades.
That's pretty amazing. There's no doubt. There's, what's going to be interesting, too, is that we haven't got a pullback for so long right. That it's like, okay, this is... it's not percentage-wise. What happens, folks, is that because, the Dow is such a large number, it's still only 1.2%. But headline number, Kevin and Tom, that's what I think, on the way up, the news would always be the Dow's up 150, 200. I think when people hear that the Dow's down 320, say, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just not it doesn't mean as much as it used to mean, right?
Right.
I mean, the Dow down 300 isn't it's 1%, but it's just slightly more than 1%. It's not as big of a move as it used to be.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So when we get, inside the option market, Kevin, right? Now that, we get a VIX that's up there on swim lessons, what type of strategies would you look for going forward here?
Well, the good news about the higher implied volatility is when you get higher implied volatility, you get higher premiums and options.
Yes.
And that, if you sell them, then you get higher levels of daily decay. So that's one positive of higher volatility. Bigger premiums, bigger decay numbers. Now, that also said, the fact that we're down now and this is a little more of a two-sided market than it was before,
yes,
that gives speculation and it gives more liquidity. So that should add a little, traders, not necessarily investors, but traders love this because
that's a great point
now.
Yeah.
Right? Investors are looking for something. You're looking for your entry point, right? You're waiting for this to sell off, and you're looking for somewhere where you can average in or re-enter a trade. Traders, you're looking to make money on directional plays here, either way. So you're either looking to trade at midday or do something, else. But we're going to talk about all of those today. The strategies that you use. Hopefully, when the implied volatility was lower, you were using long Vegas strategies, right?
Okay.
Now, if you're getting a pop here, you can either be taking them off, number one, or number two, looking at short Vegas strategies or neutral Vegas strategies. If you think we're high, though, then short Vegas strategies.
And what's interesting, folks, is that we're coming into window dressing. Window dressing basically is the last couple days of a month, the first 2 days of the new month. And specifically what that is, so picture, you got all these companies across the world, and people have 401k money, trust money. Well, that comes in the marketplace, and what happens is that the managers don't get paid unless they put it to work. So it has a positive bias in the marketplace. So it's kind of intriguing, to me, in the next couple of days, what's going to happen, particularly when we know we're talking to you. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And now we got Google, we got Microsoft, we got Google.
That was what I was going to ask Kevin, right? So
Seriously.
We have Microsoft and Facebook tomorrow, and then we have Alphabet, Amazon, and Apple all on Thursday. We have Janet Yellen talking tomorrow, and then we have Jobs on Friday. How does that all come into quite a start to the week?
I mean, it's going to be flooded with information between now and the end of the week. I mean, look at ahead of inventories in crude oil. Look at the move you're having in crude oil today. Massive, huge. More than 2% lower here. So, and that's ahead of the inventory numbers that are coming out. You've got Apple's earnings this week. The speculation on Apple's earnings now, Tom, I don't know if you know, you've been watching. It's all over the board now.
Yes.
The expected move is over $7 now, up and down in Apple.
Wow.
The market maker move on the Thinkorswim platform, now $7.20. I mean, looking for a big move in Apple, either up or down. So implied volatilities are getting a little bigger, a little speculation, you're right? I mean, you're seeing two-way order flow in the SPX now. You're seeing, VIX now 15.3. So a lot of speculation, a lot of numbers this week, too. We've got payrolls coming up on Friday.
Yep. Pretty amazing, man. There's no doubt. And now, as we're going through this market, folks, it's kind of interesting because we get the metals market is up 380, but yet the golds themselves, well, the GDX doesn't have much juice under it. There's a couple golds that do. But if you start seeing the commodities going down with the dollar going down, then
right.
Your probability is much higher that you get a pullback happening.
Right, because you're exactly right. Because if this turns into one of those sell everything, right, then you see the market down and commodities down. That's interesting as well, right?
It is.
Because I frankly thought gold would be higher today with the dollar down and the market soft.
Exactly, and I've just
it's not as big of a move as we thought.
No, and we just since we've been on, I just watched the GDX. It was only up 24 cents. Now it's down 9. It's like, okay, man. Just as you said, Kevin, if they start selling everything, bottom line, folks, that's what defines risk is all about.
Yeah, this could turn into one of those no safe harbors, right?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yep. Listen, folks, right here, every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, you want to understand defined risk, you want to understand strategies, you want to understand options, you want to understand futures. Great program. Kevin, you have a safe one, a great one. You better call Sherwin-Williams and order some green paint.
I tell you, I got a lot of red on my board here, Tom.
It's one of the tigers inside that trading room. I don't know if you saw this yet, Tommy. They said that the last time that the VIX was this high is that you were a baby, Tom. Isn't that wicked? Oh, man. Kevin, thank you so much for your help. You have a great one, a safe one. And, of course, we look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 305. NASDAQ is down 78. S&Ps is down 29.
New service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 330. You get the Nasdaq trading off 75. S&Ps are off 30. If we go inside, let's go inside the Dow Industrials first. We'll see the strength versus the weakness out here. So, and this is where, Tom, these high big stocks, yeah, although this is a big one, that's right. We have, let's see here, where am I? United Health. United Health is the big mover inside the Dow. That's down 85 points. No, it's putting 85 negative points, sorry about that. Inside the Dow, it's down 12 bucks. You have Boeing down, putting 41 negative points. Home Depot's putting 30. 3M's putting 23, IBM's putting 20. The only ones that are putting any positive points inside the Dow out here today is that you have Travelers putting 3, American Express putting 2. That story about United Health, you see that? I'm not United Health. Amazon.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a, it's going to be Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan, right?
Yes. And
quite a trifecta of companies when you look at just what's combining. Amazon, of course, we all know. JP Morgan, the banking infrastructure. It's interesting, them teaming up as to how that's going to play out into the healthcare. And then Berkshire Hathaway, what I thought was interesting is that, you know, the people have been talking about for a while, Berkshire Hathaway has so much money that they needed to find, you know, more acquisitions, and they were struggling to find value. And they kind of made do with a different mentality, right? Not acquiring, but kind of merging with 2 other companies to create its own entity, kind of to go into a new business, as opposed to just investing in one business or acquiring a stake. Berkshire needs to put some of that capital that they have at work, and this is one example of them doing that for sure.
You know, and we know that's a business with huge price spread, huge margins. Sure. That's pretty amazing.
For sure.
Now,
I mean, it's remarkable in the healthcare industry. There's no price comparison and there's no consumer awareness of what you pay.
Right.
And it'll be interesting to see if that kind of gets transformed in a way, because you go to a doctor, you go to a hospital, you go to anything, and unfortunately, you are just at the whim of their prices. And seems like that should not be how it is. And I feel like that's a huge factor as to why, in the U.S. we have such higher costs, because there's no consumer awareness of prices that you're paying, because, in fairness, the system is not set up for the consumer to act like that. You're at the whim.
It's a third-party payer. When you have a third-party payer, it's just like college educations. They give you loans to go to college. Bottom line, when you have a third-party payer, you can charge up dramatically, because that's just sad but true.
Yeah.
What also is out here, folks? This is going to be interesting. What's out here is that you have Blackstone that is looking to buy 55% of Reuters.
Okay.
And yeah, so this is a big number, and this is what this is. So if you go back to, so what happens, folks, is that the two main players, institutional players, inside the banking community, the broker-dealer community, investment community in general, for data, is Bloomberg and Reuters. And let's see, I'm going to get you. Bloomberg has 33% of the market. This is a 2016 figure, and Reuters has 23%. Now, both of those charge a huge amount of money for their terminals, right? So, Tom, check this out. When Bloomberg first started, he was so smart because he made a deal with Merrill Lynch, and Merrill Lynch was the biggest money manager at that point. They owned 20% of Bloomberg. Well, what ends up happening? He made the deal with them. Then all of a sudden, he has a great product anyway. But then Merrill Lynch put Bloomberg's in every one of their offices, right?
Sure, he had an automatic huge client from the get-go. Yes.
Exactly. Now, what's going to be wild here is that, guess what? When I look at this, so Blackstone, I can't even imagine how many Bloomberg terminals they have. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
it's
definitely.
like, oh baby, So it's a big number, and it's going to be, I suspect, quite a change. And I'm sure that the Bloomberg offices right now are not having a great morning. I'm sure they probably already.
No, that's their competition for sure. So anytime your competition is in a deal-making frenzy in the morning, I'm sure they're on high alert in the Bloomberg offices. And it is something, just in the age of the internet, information is becoming much more available and accessible on a daily basis. And so when Bloomberg was first started, they had built a network like their own little internet infrastructure,
Yes.
And nowadays, it's almost intriguing that they've managed to maintain that stronghold for the prices they charge on those terminals when so much information is readily available. And I'm not saying that it'll transform into a free information market, but there's no reason
No, you're right. There's no doubt.
Be paying tens of thousands of dollars for information that is most of the time accessible. It's not like they have non-public information, right? It's just the way that they've managed to organize it, make it accessible, and it's that seems like another area that is kind of, the margins must be insane, right? And what we're seeing across the board in companies is that anytime a company has margins that are incredibly large, that's where competition can come in, undercut those, and that's where the market excels at, creating the best product at the lowest price. And just like Amazon is going into industries with large margins, for example, healthcare, that's another area that's ripe for sure.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And when you look at that Reuters deal, so 77%, Reuters took in a $6.1 billion in 2016, and 77% of that is from the terminals and the news, and that's the only part that on this article that Blackstone's actually going after.
When you say the terminals, just so I understand, is that a Reuters terminal?
Yes, it's just like the Bloomberg, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Reuters, it's a Thomson Reuters terminal. Right.
Sure.
So,
and that's where Bloomberg has been able to build out their infrastructure. You know, I mean,
yes.
60 Minutes did a great story on them if anybody wants to find it. And it was just really intriguing how, you know, they have a great news organization. I love their TV channels. But
I do too.
they are able to build those from the money that they make from the terminals. Square deal for sure. You know what I found was interesting, actually? I just realized Verizon actually cut out Bloomberg completely from their cable service. Were you aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. If you were a Verizon customer, I believe you have no access to Bloomberg because what they were trying to charge, which blew my mind. I mean, I'm fortunate I have Frontier. I'm not the biggest fan of them either, but I do have access to them. So you can see that battle is already on across cable providers and so forth. I was pretty surprised to find that out. That happened a couple months ago.
Wow, that's a big number, man. That is definitely a big number. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 300. You get the Nasdaq off 65. S&Ps are down 27. We are coming right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 262. You get the Nasdaq down 59. S&Ps are down 23. And we get a bounce going on, that's for sure. We also have, let's see, what day is today? No, today's Tuesday, right? Okay,
yeah, no EIA yet. Tomorrow and Thursday, right?
Yeah, right. And if I just put a quick chart up of this oil for a second, it is pretty amazing. 65 to it looks like 65 to 64.20 this morning, 10.10. So big number on the way down, no doubt about that.
How about Bitcoin? Can you jump around? Because that's getting hit a little bit this morning, right?
Oh, yes. Look at that. So you get Bitcoin trading down 853. Let's go take a look at this.
Yeah, almost it's approaching that 10,000 mark. Trading at like 10,380 I have. Yeah, and most of them are getting hit even as I pull it up. You know, Ethereum's down about 6%. Litecoin's down about 5%. I'm just going to pull this up even further. Ripple is down 9%, trading at 117. So they're all kind of pulling back. It's they've had quite a run, but it's pretty intriguing, you know, that Bitcoin hanging at that 50% retracement kind of when it almost reached that 20,000 mark, and really intriguing that the high was right as futures opened.
Isn't
on
it?
The CME, right? Was it the CBOE or the CME that the 19? I think it was the CME.
The CME, the CBOE opened first, but it was the CME when the day that opened was the high. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, pretty intriguing.
And if we look at this today, we were talking about this yesterday. Now this gets interesting. Tommy and I were talking about yesterday, folks. The CBOE Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin a piece. Okay, so that has 3,600 contracts right now, where the CME only has 404. So you can see that the retail market is still bigger, which it basically right now it's almost 2 to 1. Well, it's 2,000 if we added put the 5 times
multiply the number in the CME and by 5, right? So you get 400, multiply it by 5, so you have in essence 2,000 Bitcoins traded on the CME, and you got 3,600 on the CBOE. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. This is going to get, I suspect, in dangerous territory here.
It's also. I was just going to say it's just still such low volume numbers when you think about the money that's involved in Wall Street. You're talking about, you combine the two of them, 3,600 plus 2,000. You're only talking about 5,600 Bitcoin traded at something that's 10,000. So even if it was trading at 1,000, right, that would be only 56,000 shares traded of something at 1,000. Knock it down one more. If it was at 100, that would only be 560,000 shares traded of something trading at 100. And then, so it's small numbers, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I don't even want to think about whoever bought it at 19,000. It's like, oh my God.
I know. I mean, hopefully people weren't using money that they didn't afford to lose, because that's what the real fear was out there, that people and unfortunately, right. I'm sure there are people out there, and hopefully that it wasn't money that was dire to their life. But that's the shame in some of these bubbles, is that exuberance takes over, fear, greed, all that stuff, and from there it goes.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. Let's go take a look inside this S&P. You talk about it had broken out the bottoms of the trading range from last night. And sure enough, man, guess what? Kevin Hinks called Sherwin-Williams, man, and said, "Hey, I need some green paint, man." The E-minis, folks. Okay, so that they just went from 28.18. You're at 28.32 right now. That's quite a bounce.
That is quite a bounce, man.
Pretty intense.
And it is. We're down over 1%, right? And now we're at about 0.6%. Yeah, 0.7, right? Yeah. And the day is young, man. We're only an hour into the trading day. We may be positive by the end of the day.
There's no doubt, man.
It'll really be interesting. I was just going to say, so you have Yellen speaking tomorrow. I don't expect anything dramatic to happen there. I really see the earnings front, like Kevin, again, was talking about, where the type of volatility that the market's pricing in. You have Amazon announcing their big deal today. I'm not sure that will factor in at all to their earnings call or expectations. but they have a lot to talk about in general in terms of what they've been doing over the last quarter. Maybe, what's going on in the guidance, what's going on with Whole Foods, right? What's going on? Maybe they will talk about their expectations for spending more in terms of developing, different businesses like the healthcare one that they just dove into. And then Apple as well. They've been, the move $7, Kevin said, was the move priced in there. That's a big move. We'll see how they shake out. And then, like we talked about it yesterday, Facebook, really, an embattled social media platform that's trying to reshape how their customers interact. And they might be willing to forego some of their immediate profits in order to improve the environment that everyone, and so that could be a wake up if Zuckerberg decides to say, you know what, we're going to reshape the news feed. People are going to see more of their family, more of their friends, more of the photos that they originally liked Facebook for, as in you go on there, you see, photos of your family, your parents, your sister, your nieces, your nephews, and you don't go on there and see 5 news articles from the day's events that just get you fired up, that might reiterate what you already know, or just not, and it's just not.
Listen, I agree, man. There's no doubt, man. It's like, the sad part to me on Facebook is that I think some people don't really realize that you're just getting fed what you look for on a continual basis, which is pretty intense, man. That's, it is what it is. But bottom line is that we'll see. Just as you said, the amazing thing about Facebook is that, when they went from, the computer terminals to the phones, people thought they never could do it. And it's like, oh, my God, are you kidding me? They just took over that whole business, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
especially the way they were able to monetize the mobile versus the desktop, especially. And they're still going to be printing money from advertisers. But, they may purposely decrease engagement because there's studies, that I think it's something like, when you go on Facebook and maybe you check in for a couple minutes, it's enjoyable. But as you just sit there and spend time on it, that's where you just start digging into news. You get fired up. Everything's just reiterated, and it's not a conducive environment to happiness past that kind of 10 or 15 minutes, because maybe you see some stuff about your friends, your family, but you can only see so much stuff about your friends and your family until you end up in a news loop that is not good for anybody's happiness and joy. And inevitably, I think Zuckerberg cares about that. And, he cares about his company and profits for sure. But there's a means to the end, as in, he cares about the profits. And in order to care about the profits, he understands that people are not enjoying it as much as they used to, as you said yesterday, Tommy, he already has plenty of bread, man. That's a different ball game. He has the bread. He has the voting power. He can, basically say, hey, listen, man, I got to kick back. We got to get this thing straight for a year, 2 years, so get it where we think we can grow it dramatically again. This is a 10, 20-year plan. Seriously. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are trading down 250. You get the Nasdaq off 57. S&Ps are off 22. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, I don't think there could be a better day or week to get a great workshop going. And our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, is going to be doing a workshop tomorrow night, folks, for all his subscribers of Mastering Probability. You can be a subscriber right now by coming over to our website at TFNN. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're going to see take trading and investing to the next level.
Yeah, that should be good, man. So he put together a workshop by requesting feedback from his current subscribers who, might have the best idea of what they want Steve to kind of get into. They're in there every day reading what he's talking about, and was asked Steve. Steve put out a letter to all of his subscribers requesting the most talked about topics that they would like him to go into depth about what he uses to look at the market. So he's going to be working with his subscribers tomorrow night, 5 till 6. He's putting together the workshop still. I talked to him yesterday, and he got a lot of great feedback from the subscribers, which is awesome. Kudos to them for helping him put that together, because there's nothing like feedback in terms of what they want to know that Steve is looking at. And so he's putting together a great workshop, hour-long. It will be archived. New subscribers, you sign up, you can get a 30-day money-back guarantee, and Steve has an awesome newsletter regardless of the workshop. I encourage everybody to check it out. He does a great job, works his butt off for his subscribers, and puts out a great newsletter every morning, man. So now is a great time to check it out. And like you said, traders want volatility, and if we ever get a market that might get some volatility, and you got earnings, right? You got the Fed tomorrow. Yes. There's so much that I'm sure Steve will be able to talk about in that workshop. And you have earnings. What earnings are tomorrow again? There's so many I have to keep it in front of me. So just tomorrow, Microsoft and Facebook. Then of course Alphabet, Amazon, and Apple on Thursday.
Yeah, monster, right?
Yeah,
monster. Yeah, big time, no doubt. It's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. And of course, let's go. I want to go in and let's see where we're talking the VIX with a man, Mr. Kevin Hinks. And so it reached 1542. You're at 1476 right now.
If you could refresh your chart for us, too. We got some type of merge of the two charts going on with the. There we go. Thank you. Okay.
So we've got some volatility. And then what's intriguing, folks, is that this is the first spike that is over the last two spikes from November. You know, we were not up at the spike from August 11th. That spike 1728. That lasted all of about 1 day. It was back down.
I know. So I wasn't
11.
aware that you were joking with Kevin when you had said that. I was looking it up. So it was over that level 4 times in 2017. So it's not, you know, when I was a baby 30 years ago. I seriously didn't know that was a joke. That's what. But so we've been there, but we've been there very, very short-lived, and already the market's bouncing, and already we're almost a full $1 off of the highs that we had this morning. So we'll see if this is a short-lived spike as well. And man, if there's anybody out there that was fortunate enough to catch this run in the VIX, whether you have the VIX, whether you have some options or something, you always got to take these profits. I mean, come on. You know, all last year we were only over this level 4 times, and each time maybe it was a day or two. So, you know, don't shoot for the moon here if you were fortunate enough to get this spike in 2 days from, you know, 10, 11 up to 15 for sure.
Yeah, monster move. Monster move. Yeah. And, you know, when you do look at let's go overseas for a second. I'm just curious as to, okay, so, yeah, Europe's still open. So, you know, the FTSE's down 0.9%. The DAX is off 0.8. That's not a big deal, man. I mean, I'm curious. I'm going to bring the FTSE up first and see how low we actually were. So that was down at 75.87. It's come back slightly. Nothing really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1% move, but. Yeah, it's interesting. So the DAX is actually, I mean, the FTSE has been down about 7 or 8 days. Let's go to the DAX in Germany. We'll take a look at the DAX in Germany. So the DAX right now in Germany, that's trading 13,220. Yeah, that's just off the highs a little. Nothing. I mean, this is a big consolidation. So there's no real destruction out here, man. That's the real bottom line. You know, this as I said, you know, a couple times this morning, Tommy, it's going to be wild watching what people think about the Dow being down 300 when it's really not a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah, we're at some pretty high levels, and that is percentage-wise not a big move, especially when you look at the percentages we've gone up. I mean, it's barely a blip on the map.
Yeah, and actually, you know, what we haven't talked about yet too is you have a State of the Union tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yes,
you know, so
very true.
You talk about a week with a lot of things, folks. Bottom line is that that's going to be on the agenda. Let's go over and I want to take a look at.
We're going to get teleprompter Trump tonight, and then we'll get Twitter Trump in the morning. So we'll see what happens by the opening bell.
Totally. So you know what I'm doing? I'm going over to U.S. Steel. So we can say we can see what's going on there. Now this is pretty wild. So U.S. Steel is pulling back 230, and the reason I'm going to U.S. Steel is that whole infrastructure deal.
Sure.
You're going into 38.34, and well, we get 5 million versus 16. We'll see whether we get the volume. Now, this will tell us quite a bit, folks. You know, it's going to be intriguing. You know, if in fact U.S. Steel pulls back more today. Let's go to AKS. Let's see a few of these steel stocks. Because I suspect that look at AK Steel's getting smoked. Okay, so the way that AK Steel is trading, it's almost saying that, you know, even if I don't know if part of the speech is actually out or what the administration is saying, that he's going to be talking about infrastructure. But the market right now, looking at those steel stocks, is saying that, you know, they're not going to go as high as the number that we may come out with tonight on the what the build will be out for infrastructure.
Sure.
So
sure.
It might be one of those sell the news deals. Pretty wild.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So let's go over and take a look at the Qs, the NDX 100, the S&Ps. I wanted to see this. The SPY gapped off the high. The Qs did too. Okay, this is intriguing. So you gap down. You've done, right now we've done 16 million. unless this market slows down a bit, you're going to do, well, you're going into 54 million. So we'll see whether that can basically have an expansion of volume. If we don't get an expansion of volume out here today, folks, you're going to bounce once again right into window dressing. That will blow minds, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Pretty amazing.
Oh, for sure. Dow
right now, folks, down 280. You get the NASDAQ off 66. If we go inside that NDX, let's just see what's, MXIM. You want to see something, folks. This is maximum. Here, as soon as we come back, I'll bring up maximum. This is what, basically, this went up a huge amount into the close yesterday, and now it's down just as much. Okay. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Achievers rise above the rest, and when they see an opportunity, they take action. Massive action. Achievers capitalize on every resource in order to experience success at its absolute max. And on Wednesday, January 31st, 5 to 6 p.m., I'll share with subscribers of Mastering Probability how to achieve even more success with the extraordinary tools that I use to call the markets. These tools predicted the Ebola 2015 stock market bottom, the December 2017 gold bottom, and why subscribers added to their mining positions this month as well. Learn the pattern that projects the Dow's next upside target of 30,740. Folks, great moments were born from great opportunity. So don't miss this opportunity to take advantage of my 30-day money-back guarantee for Mastering Probability. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com. Sign up today and reserve your spot for the ultimate subscriber event.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow right now is down 271. You get the NASDAQ off 58. S&Ps are off 23. Tom, if we go over to maximum integrated, what you had out here last night, folks, is that coming into the close, you had a rumor on CNBC that they said that a company was going to take over maximum integrated. Maximum integrated coming into the close last night went from $58 to 74. How's that? Right?
Pretty crazy, yeah.
And then the company came out this morning and then it went to 74, ended up closing at 66. The company came out this morning that they said no. Bottom line is that we don't have any plan on taking over Maximum Integrated. So
Okay.
we'll find out, you know, who's telling what here. I mean, that happens quite a bit. That companies say, no, I'm not doing that, and we'll see where that shakes out. But quite a ride, man. I mean, you know, that ride was pretty intense.
That's for sure.
It looks like Renesas, RENESAS. That was the company that is supposed to be taking it over. And you're going to see, the thing that was amazing about this is that this was at 10 minutes of 4. 10 minutes of 4, stock goes from 58 to 74 and closes at 66, and then opens this morning down $3.50, $3.70. So looks like this volatility is going to continue out here. You know, we got the trading ranges that are set up right now.
What's interesting, just even as we wrap it up, how quickly news changes. I had friends texting me articles from Yahoo Finance saying the Dow could have the biggest drop in a while, down 350 points, and by the time that Yahoo had put that out, the Dow had jumped 125 points.
That's so cool. I love it. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
That is perfect. The new contrary indicator, it used to be magazines. Now it's on the web.
There we go.
Stay right there, folks. Swim lessons are coming up. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.